they have done. What can we do so that you can help these things to the people?
Yes, what we can do is what we are doing now. What we can do is to make sure we reject these people, at the same time call for their persecution. Change this government. If you call for their persecution, it will not work, because the people who are there are their own people. The people who are there they benefited from it. The people, both the justice system is corrupt. They work with it's a script. Dino Melina is talking now, sir. If you remember when he was taken to court, Dino Melina acted not well. You remember?
Yeah.
The justice,
Yeah.
these are scripts arranged by the lawyers, the judge. They are entertainers. They know the truth. Till today, Dino Melina that was not well then is sound now. Why did they call the case back? Where is the was it LSDPC man that was clubbing in the court last time, where he was called to expatiate on millions of naira? That money, he didn't eat it alone. The money, the people that are talking to him, they have hands in it. The president have hands in it. It will rob all of them. It was acted. After such action, it's proven that he's not well. They will not follow that case again. The judge will not call it again. They will kill the case. This is why, first of all, if you watch the 7-point agenda of Peter Obi, he said, securing and uniting Nigeria, effective legal and institutional reform, number 2. If we don't reform the legal system of our country, we will never get it right. Because the law are set to correct abnormalities. The law are set to make sure there is a standard. The law are set to make sure such things does not repeat itself. By the time I commit a crime, I'll be put out, whoever am I, and you do, the other persons did. Everybody will not want to do it. Everybody, a lot of people will stay out. Only few would want to. Some will succeed. Some will not succeed. But it will not say, it will not be speaking loud. America is not a perfect society. There are still some people still in there, but you don't hear it. Because what they are taking is not affecting, it's not so general. They are still, you want to tell me government, they are so perfect? No government is perfect all over the world. But when the law takes its place, like in developed countries, you don't need to see a policeman on the street. If you beat the light, the bills come to your house and you have to pay the bill. Nobody's coming to pursue you. Nobody's telling you not to do it. When they say run 50, you run 60. Luckily, if it is not an enforcement zone, be lucky. You try to another area, you will not know. Camera is somewhere. It has cut. It has. You don't talk with anybody. The bills come to you. You see, these are what we need to do. The system has to work. The police, security, and the judicial system is mostly our problem, not even our leaders. Because if the judicial system and the security is working, then these leaders will respect themselves. You see, the case we just made mention of is a judicial failure. Because the judicial system, which is supposed to be an arm of its own, because after the arm of government, they asked Obaseki that we're going to talk another thing. It's not local government, and waiting, House of Assembly. I don't know how it talk that year. I'll find that video. When Obaseki does not even know the 3 arm of government. He's a governor that is ruling us. Make I not to digress too much. Now this super chat one they give me, so they make me remember many things. So let me go back to your question, sir. If the judiciary works, everything, me and you will be very careful. Not judiciary for the poor, judiciary for all. you beat light if you are not a policeman. Even police people in developed country, when they get to light, if they are not in a hurry, they have to wait. If you are in an empty ambulance, you are not going for an operation, you must wait for that light. So these are what we need. Where there is penalties to crime, you will see that the society will be better. You wouldn't want to commit this crime. But when you commit crime and goes away, you commit crime and you go away. You commit crime and you go away. It looked like this is the new business. So let's be committing this crime because we are enjoying it. We are making money from it and nothing happened to us. Police come be give her own. So SARS begin do, policemen begin to do Yahoo. Those who don't do, they work with Yahoo. Pay us, may you go. Why Yahoo no go dey? Why government officials no go continue to steal? When they steal, nobody dey ask the question. They give Oga Police, I have something for you. Send me your account number. Or you drive, give a Ghana must go. 100 million. Then tomorrow, once you see your number, you go say, sir. You say, sir. Anything you talk, go and kill those people. That's the country you are. You saw the professor that was just bailed, that assaulted a policewoman working with her. Because she feel I'm the professor, nothing will happen. That is the country we are. So that is why we need to vote Peter Obi the Rock. The only way is to change the system. And when you change the system, and somebody that understands how things work comes into the government, and make sure you watch the second agenda, say effective legal and restructure institutional reform. If those things are reformed, I want to also remind you, because I remember, like from the 80s, police does not take bribe like this. It's not like some don't take bribe. You don't see them take bribe openly. They take bribe discreetly. And if you take it, you don't put that money in your bank account. You don't display anything. You don't buy anything good with it. You are still riding your bicycle. It is when you retire that you cannot think it's retire money, or you go into farming. You now start to do after retiring, because whatever you do that you be checkmate. How did you get the money? Nigeria was like that, sir. For those of you that think Nigeria has been so bad, it's a lie. Nigeria was at a time like that. You don't go to school, you see money with teacher or policemen. They have inspectors that go around and search them. Anything you report about them, that time no video, no camera at all. How did you get this money? Everything is accounted for. You have inspectors of education that go into school without telling the school, the preparator, the school that they are coming, whether private school, any school. They drive into the school and they go straight to classrooms to ask questions freely and take note. And whatever they gather, that principal is gone. Whatever they say about a teacher is gone. Nigeria was like that, sir. That was when the law was, things were. You remember in Yambo time how, at any time, how Yambo was killed? He was found guilty. Can that happen now? They will transfer him or demote
Yeah,
him.
you're right. You're right.
Can that happen now? They will kill him before connive with justice system. Sue. Anybody that sue for Nigeria, you don't settle well among these big people, among these politicians. How many northerners? If you see the whole any northerners, you know say not settle. You don't match pot. Then why don't deal with them? So the only way, sir, to answer your questions is for us to change government and be part of the government. The people also have right. It's also our fault. The people majorly is at fault. The way Obi movement are taking over the street, that's how it should be. When such judgment comes, everybody say no, it is wrong, this is not the truth. They have no right to sue. Who are they judging? Are they judged for themselves? No, for Nigerians. It is Nigerians' money they are eating. So if Nigerians continue to start to do them what they needed to do to them, We are not calling for violence, but Nigeria should wake up. This man eats our money that is meant for road. And tomorrow you go and meet him, he gives you money. You are happy. Some people are fighting for him. If the people say no, it's enough, he's gone. Everybody, Kaya, even the people fighting for him. So Nigeria should wake up and take responsibility. Know that this country is ours. That is just it. Let me not talk too much. We have Judy in here. He just came. I wanted to go up again. Since we
Yes,
just have Judy. Judy, good evening.
good evening, my brother, and fellow panelists. You see, regarding, I've been backstage, listening, but regarding what you're just saying, is something I can't wrap my mind around. That, and then with people stealing all this money, like they want the monkey took, they want the termite and all kind of animals eating money, and they get away with it. Nothing is done. Nobody's going to make effort to recover the money. Even the one that still beats my imagination, and I can't even wonder. I keep wondering, why would a country or a people continue to allow this wickedness, this evil to perpetuate? Is the article, the 16 about 16, is it not about $16 billion electricity during Obasanjo article time, they budgeted for electricity? An article in an interview said that the money was given to contractors and they signed out the money, but they didn't do the job. An article had a bold face to be saying that and did not say anything that they did to recover that money. I mean, that was, to me, it was, I was like, this man really drunk? Does he really know what he's talking about? And then I realized that during that article time, if we all remember, most of our properties, most of the Nigerian properties was privatized during Babangida Atiku time, right? Now, Atiku was the one in charge of that privatization. Do you know that ASCON, I'm sure you guys, anybody here can remember ASCON, right? ASCON was the National Council on Privatization of National Assets. It was located in Akwa Ibom, okay? And it's an aluminum smelting company known to be the biggest in Africa at that time, okay? It was set up with $3.5 billion. That was what that ASCON was, Nigeria spent in setting it up. Guess what? Do you know how much Atiku sold it? 130 million naira, dollar. Something that was set up with $3.5 billion, Atiku sold it for 130 million naira, dollar. The research that I have not been able to make is to find out who exactly bought it. And of course, you and I know that it is his cronies, his friends, he must have sold it to. These are the way these people have stolen, stole Nigerian money. And this is their official amount, but only God knows how much Atiku have benefited from that deal. Because we all know something like this, he's going to collect his own share, his own back, the kickback. And only God knows if it's not going to be almost triple times more than the amount that he stated he sold this. And that was not all. We all remember Delta Smithing Company in Alaja. Okay, Nigeria said it was $1.5 billion they used in setting up that Alaja Steel Company. I'm sure we all remember that, know about that Alaja Steel Company. How much did Atiku sold it? Atiku sold it for $30 million. Something that we spend, Nigeria spent 1.5 to set up. Atiku sold it for 30. And then that was not all. He said the National Union of Electricity, okay, employee, accused Atiku that he is coming back to continue the 3-point agenda, that he is coming, the 3-point agenda, and to finish what he started during Obasanjo, during himself and Obasanjo time. Even Jonathan, Goodluck Jonathan, described that privatization as a program as massive failure. He described it as a massive failure in 2011. In Obasanjo book titled My Watch, okay, there's a book Obasanjo wrote titled My Watch. In page 31 of that book, Obasanjo accused Atiku that the resources he stole from all this privatization was enough to feed 30 million Nigerians for 400 years. That is how much Atiku have stolen from Nigeria. Nigeria should shine their eyes. This same thief is coming back again, and many Nigerians are still beating their drum, running after them, campaigning for them. Na juju dem do una? Na juju dem do these people that continue to follow this thieves, this high criminal. If it's not only it's only in Nigeria that people like this can operate. If it were to be in advanced country, not even advanced country, in most African countries now, most of these people will be in jail after they have recovered everything that they have looted. Okay? And then Obasanjo, we all know, many interviews he has granted, they ask him, what are the things that you can regret? What are the things you can say in your life you have regretted doing? I'm sure all of us know that answer. He said the most thing that he has regretted in his life is his choosing his number 2. And who was his number 2? Atiku. So none of us knows Atiku more than Obasanjo will know him. Several times Obasanjo have made reference to this man, and we are all still keeping quiet, and we are all people are still running around pursuing this man and praising him. I don't know. At times I say that Nigerian is not even ready for anything, because the way we follow, the way we worship thieves, the way we worship these criminals, the way we paint them. Look at this. What is it called now? This guy that ran to Labour Party now. Zikana, what is his name again? This movie actor. Now, this guy, most of us have soon forgotten that this man. Most of us have forgotten now, because Nigeria will forget things so soon. Let's forget about all these speeches he's making now about Obi and everything. Let us go back to his antecedent in just a few years ago. This was the same man that was singing the praise of Buhari as the best thing that has happened to the Igbos. That Buhari is a friend of the Igbos, is the best man that has happened to Nigeria. He's a very good man. He believes in him. He believes in his agenda. This same Okonkwo is internet can never forget, even if we forget.
Judy, on that one, I will not go down with you. No, I will not agree with you, because.
No, did you not? Okay, you want me to pull out the video so that you can watch?
Judy, listen to me, sir. I'm not saying you lied.
Yeah, but these people.
I am not saying. Can you just?
We should be wary of these people, because they don't have good intention. They're only doing the things that favor at every point in time.
Judy, please listen to me.
Okay.
I understand where you are talking from. If you say Dr. Kenneth Okonkwo does not have good intention, it's like you are saying that Peter Obi does not have good intention.
You can't compare Kenneth Okonkwo and Obi at all. Kenneth Okonkwo is the likes of Femi Kayode. They go blows when they can butter their bread.
See why I'm saying this? That man, Dr. Kenneth Okonkwo, was part of APC, because as of then, probably he believed in them, and probably also he had an intention. Probably there was transaction or whatever. I don't want to.
He was trying to run for a governor at that time, so he had to do whatever he did to praise up.
Yes. Now
to get that into that corridor.
All right. Now, thank God, he was trying to come to be a politician. And
so what is it? So do we know his intention now? How pure is his intention?
So that we are not quarreling. I just said, can I just let me talk? when you are talking, I will not be matching your tongue. I just say, let me just talk because it's your turn. But you made mention of something. I said, let's talk about it. I agree. He wants to run for a governor. He went to APC. And now, he saw that the APC is still the same people. They are still in power. And he saw a third force, like Peter Obi. And he left APC and went to Labour Party. Assuming it is an interesting. And now he's coming loud and out to tell us why he went to APC and how they failed. So I don't think we should use that past against him because now, what about Dino Melayi? This man is projecting Obi, which we are projecting. Probably, yes, he was in APC. He wanted to be a governor and at the end discovered that, man, these people are not just it. And he's coming out to tell us all the bastardity they have done. So, sir, I don't think we should, if you continue to do that, you will not have people around you.
Okay,
People coming to join Labour Party, they are not sent. It is not time to say, if anybody want to come. The church is open. If you want to serve me, I want to use Jesus Christ as an example. Come. If you come, what you see will change you. If you don't want to change, you'll be punished. You think if at the end of the day, by his grace, he's already a president, Okonkwo becomes a governor, and he wants to misbehave under Peter Obi, he will have that chance when he has reformed, like he brought out the 7-point agenda. When he knew that the legal system has been reformed, nowhere to steal. So that's why I said, please don't just go there. Let's go to those people. Let's talk about the sinners. Jesus Christ said, I came not for you that know, but for those that does not know, the sinners. He has repented for now. Go ahead, sir.
Can I continue? Okay.
Yes, sir.
In response to that, you see, I am not discounting whatever he has been saying since he has come to Labour Party. They are all 100% correct. I am not discrediting him on that. But I'm only sending a warning signal to us not to be completely carried away by these white sepulchres. I call them white sepulchres. Okay? This man is exactly the likes of Penny Kayode. Is the likes of Dino Melayi. These are the same characters. You were talking about Jesus Christ. Now let me tell you. If I believe you are a student of the Bible. Now remember, in Antioch, Paul was going into a city, and then he saw one girl that was used as a sorcerer, and he said, "Hey, this is the man of God. You know, he has come to preach to us the good news." Everybody, he began to sing his praise, and he began to say exactly why that man came to the city of Antioch. What Paul went to the city of Antioch to do. What happened? Is it Paul? If I'm not mistaken, I think it's Paul. Yes, okay, or Peter. But anyway, it's one of the disciples. I think it's Paul. Then what happened? The Paul rebuked him. The guy was saying 100% the truth, right? But Paul looked inward and knew that this woman didn't have a good intention. He rebuked him and asked that demon to get away from her, and he went off. And then the lady was left without, her power was removed. And so the owner of that woman, who was using that woman as a sorcerer to make money, now start losing his revenues because he wasn't making that. There was another story of Simon the Tanner, who saw the disciples and said, "Hey, you are the man of God, came from God, you have the power of God. Can you please give me this power so that I'll be able to use it?" People should be weary of people like this guy. They only go where the wind flow, where their bread can be buttered. I am not saying that what he's saying is wrong concerning everything he has, what he's saying regarding Labour Party, and how he has been defending us. Fine, but we should be weary of them. And we should,
because
the
topic of today is not
for their own selfish interest. And it is that selfish interest that is killing Nigeria, that has brought us to what we are now. People don't care about others, they only care about their own. And so long as we continue to entertain these selfish, egocentric, individuals who only care about their belly and don't care about the common people, we are not going anywhere. We are not going to go anywhere. That is the truth of the matter. Okay? So that's what I'm just trying to point out. Whatever he's saying, I have listened to his interview, several things, I follow him. He is saying the truth, but I still can't go just the same way. I can't go beyond all that this man said during, when he was in APC, how he was singing the praise of Buhari, who was killing his own people, massacring his own people. Okay? I think Namde said how many people killed for nothing. And this man still come out to be praising the same man that are killing his own people. And now he's in Labour Party. Well, I'm just saying, that's just like they say, it's to be for one, it's to be for arm or something. I'm moving forward. The same way too, I can't get past, right? Atiku and Wiki and what is it called? And Tif Tinubu. I still can't get past how human beings that have some integrity left in them could be supporting these people after stealing the mandate, after bribing, after spending millions and billions in bribing the delegates. And people are pretending that all of those things are normal, whereas in most countries, many of us that are on this platform, that comes on this platform, live abroad. Nobody, no candidate abroad in any of the country we live can do what those people did, and they will still be on the streets. No, and they will still even be campaigning. No, automatically they'll be disqualified, and they'll be sanctioned, and they'll be tried and jailed, if possible. We all know this in advanced country, it can never happen. But we all pretend that this is normal. That is why Nigeria is not going anywhere. True. As long as we continue to normalize the abnormal, cover up bribery, people that are, we know that, this is not even a shady something, a broad daylight. They all spend billions of naira to bribe, mop up all the dollars in circulation and send dollars skyrocketing because they wanted to use it to bribe their delegates. And they did. And they're now presidential candidates, and we are saying it's okay. And somebody is calling what is that Wiki best governor after stealing his people's money to campaign for presidency. If not that Atiku outdo him, who has stolen billions and billions of dollars from Nigeria, outsmarted him, he probably would have been the presidential candidate of his party. And somebody will be coming out to say he's the best governor. I just can't imagine. Well, may God help us in this country.
I'm sorry. This thing about Wiki is becoming something else. All this talk, I mean, I want to believe that a governor is a governor of a state, not a governor of all the states in Nigeria. And that is what governorship is. And if you're governing a state and the people loves what you're doing, if you're in another state, you don't have the right.
The people loving what they are doing. In the weekend, people loving what he's doing.
Are you a river? Are you from Rivers?
I don't need to be a river. Nigeria, listen.
If you're not from Rivers, allow Rivers people to judge.
We don't have to, because River people have no reference.
If you want to judge someone, judge the president of Nigeria. That is who you're gonna be judging. Don't come into another person.
Wiki is a thief. Wiki is a thief and a murderer. Leave
people in Rivers to judge.
The people like you are why Nigeria will never go anywhere.
It's not it. I'm just being realistic.
Judith, please, it's okay. You're not
it's not even your turn, it's even my turn. I don't know why you're interjecting me. Let me finish what I'm saying.
Judith, hold on. The other person also should hold on. Just for you, please, put on your mic to enable us add you. I can see you are trying to join us. Just put on your mic, you'll be added. You already know how it is. You are part of us already. I can see you are trying to join us, but I can't add you here. just put on your mic. Okay, Judy, please quickly round up because
Yes,
it's not about this is what I am saying. We are here today because we want to talk to people, sensitize them about the good things they
and
should
this,
embrace. And we are here again to also sell Peter Obi. So
and the same,
anybody around Peter Obi, I don't think we are here to attack them. No, we are not here to attack them. That's what I say, hold on. That's what I say, hold on. If you have a personal problem with Wiki, it's not on this program that we are not talking about Wiki especially. And again, we just bring out the good part of what Dr. Okoko said about Peter Obi. That is the good part. If you also have a personal problem with Dr. Okoko, today we are not lambashing Dr. Okoko because why I say hold on, you are going against what we are doing right now. That's why I say hold on. Today we say Obi's speech in Boston, 1. Then the 7-point agenda, 2. We use Dr. Okoko, who spoke so well, to say, look at, I don't know, you just quote from the Bible. When Jesus Christ was being hanged on the cross, we had 2 people, a thief and who? But the thief knew that he was a thief. I said, I know I'm a thief. And he said, yes. For you to know that you are a thief, you are forgiven. So please, today we are not here to come and show personal aggressiveness on individuals that are joining us. Otherwise, each one of us here have our own to talk about. So that's why I say, please hold on. You are taking it out of contention. You
can I round up? Can I round up?
just called Wiki a murderer. We are not talking about Wiki as a murderer. He's entertaining us here.
Can I
He's
round up?
telling us agreement is an agreement. Let's just take some little break so that we'll cool our temper. I can see our temper is high. Just listen to what the murderer you call said.
Don't distract us again. If you distract us again, I'll say more things. That Nigerian, when they see you, they will pour you hot water. Because
agreement is agreement, yo. Agreement is agreement, yo. Make we do what we talk. You come to change topic. Agreement is agreement, yo.
Why did I do that? The murderer, the criminal, whatever name you call him, is your name. You can call him whatever name. He's even telling Nigerians, probably according to it, it's not favor him, but we don't want to look at it that way. But he's telling them truth, confessing that this is what should be done. Then do we still be calling him murderer? That is my point, sir. Today,
So can I round up?
yeah, please round up, sir.
Okay, I'm just going to round up with this Bible quotation that says that righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach on any people, whether nation or individual or family or anything. Okay, what has brought us to where we are today is primarily due to corruption, wickedness, selfishness. That is what has brought Nigeria to where it is today. And for us to go beyond this and begin to progress until we begin to look at corrupt people and say, yes, you are corrupt. Leave your evil. Repent from your wickedness. Not when it pleases you, or when it doesn't please you, you now come out and begin to scream. But when it pleases you, you keep quiet. If Wiki had won that presidential, do you think any of us will know all of those things? No. Is he doing actually for his people to benefit Nigeria? The answer is absolutely no. It's up to us whether we really want a good nation. If we really want a good nation, we should. I don't have any personal issue with Wiki. I only have issue with corrupt Nigerians, both those that are supporting them and themselves, who are endemically, corrupt and tell lies at every point in time. They deceive Nigeria and lie to Nigerians, and we buy them, we welcome them, we embrace them, we cover them, we marinate them.
We say they are the best. And then yet we want a good country, we want a country that will be prosperous. We are joking. Until we come out and begin to resist these evil people in all ramifications, whether it's your brother, your sister, or your mother, or your father, we are not going there. And I hope that God will help us to have that moral attitude, the moral willingness to say no to all these evil people and to refrain from supporting them in any form or any manner. People in Port Harcourt, like many people in Nigeria, they don't have any reference. Many people in Nigeria, I'm not saying it that I'm better than them or whatever, no. But many of them, for instance, who have not traveled out abroad, when they go to Nigeria airports, the only thing they know is Nigeria airport. They don't know that Nigeria airport, if you travel any country abroad, that Nigeria airport is like a dungeon. It's like I don't even know how to relate it. But they will not. In Port Harcourt, all those flyovers, a few flyovers is erecting. They don't know that this man, even if he's doing that, the money that Port Harcourt is getting, he's even spending up to half of the money that Port Harcourt is getting in doing those things. The rest is stealing it and is putting it
All
in.
right. Thank you. Thank you.
Mr. Naija Watch, please let me just answer this, man. Please, just
No,
let me answer.
it's okay. It's okay.
How
Let
much
him
do you
finish.
even know Port Harcourt is making? I don't even know why people come here and do such a math that I don't even understand. You don't know how
It's
much
okay.
Port
It's
Harcourt
okay.
is making, and you're
Hold on.
just saying,
Hold on, people. We will get there.
Please
We are
let
here.
me
That's
just
why
say
it's a
this.
debate.
Let me just say this one word so that we will not be divided. The aim of this platform is to make Mr. Obi to become president. So right now, I understand where this man is talking. He's very right. But what I want to let him know is that only the Senate alone cannot vote for Peter Obi to win. Because if you look at Wiki now, even PDP themselves, they are still begging him to come back. But the other side, they will be saying other things. We need everybody, even Tinubu now. If he repent now, say he comes to Peter Obi, we will welcome everybody. First of all, we have to make Peter Obi to become president. That is our aim. Whether you are a criminal or whatever you are, we want you to come and join us and make Peter Obi the president. If Peter Obi is there, he knows the right thing to do. He said when the teachers that were doing badly in Anambra State, he said it's the same teachers that he used, because when the head is not corrupt, other people, they will learn, they will not corrupt. They were corrupt before, but when he came and they see the handwriting, they see this man is not corrupt. So all of them, they change. So we cannot say now, because those people, they have one fault or the other. I understand where you are coming from. You are very right, okay? But we cannot dwell on that right now. What we are after now is how to make Peter Obi the president. If Tinubu and Atiku repent now, say they want to come back to Labour Party and join Peter Obi, we will welcome all of them, no matter the sin they have committed. So we want to welcome on all of them and make Peter Obi, when he got there, so all these bad people, he know how to deal with them. All those who are corrupt, the law will hold everybody by their doing. That is only the contribution I want to let him know, because he's saying the right thing, but he's not doing it at the right time. This is not the right time for that now.
Okay, thank you. Just for you, same thing I was saying. This is not the right time for it. For you to win an election, you need to carry everybody along. Everybody. Yeah. Let them come. If they believe in you, let them come. That is where government policy comes. That's why I'm saying this platform, at this moment, we are not against Peter Wiki. We are not against Kenneth Ukoko. And we are not talking in their favor. We are talking in the favor of Obidati. So if any of them, peradventure, make any positive impact to the obedient movement, none of us should come and start attacking them when they did not attack us. They did not attack you. So this is a very wrong time to call them murderer. That's why I say if you have a personal issue with them, if you don't like them, let it be personal. But today, you think me talking here, I like everybody. I know so much the way you know. I know so much about. It's you that you have been outside the country for a very long time. I don't think you were born in Nigeria. I don't think you never did anything in Nigeria. So please, this is not the reason for now. Agreement is an agreement. I played that for your temper to cool, but you still did not cool it. At the same Wiki
Don't
said,
distract us again. If you distract us again, I'll say more things. That Nigerian, when they see you, they will pour you hot water. Because agreement is agreement, yo. Agreement is agreement, yo. Make we do what we talk. You come to change topic. Agreement is agreement, yo. Because agreement is agreement, yo. Agreement is agreement, yo. Make we do what we talk. You come to change topic. Agreement is agreement, yo.
you see, the Wiki that you are calling names now is telling Nigerians that agreement is an agreement. If you know it's an agreement, it's an agreement. If you do more than that, I will tell you things. He knows so many things, but he was not talking. But now he is ready to talk. I want him to talk more. So I don't know how he becomes a murderer. And I don't want to dwell on Wiki. As far as I am concerned so far, Wiki has done well in River State. If he has joined the other party to be eating money and eating, building skyscraper in London and UK, what will you do? What will any of us do? But the man is using that money to develop to his own capacity, his state. He has brought their jets. They have a private plane. He don't go bring a call from Germany. The man, whether he's stealing, we know definitely he's going to be stealing, but he's working. So Wike is not our problem today. And Wike is even saying, I will help PDP, I will help them to what? I'll help them to lose. So why are you now coming to tell us that Wike, this is that, we should watch out? Are we talking about Wike? No, we are talking about Obi that movement, how they will become president. Now you are talking about Kenneth Okonkwo, is this, is that, he was supporting when they were killing his people and all. We are not talking about these people. These people are also making positive statement to Labour's party, which we are. But you are going back to their back. That's why I call it personal matters. Please, Judith, please. I'm sorry, but that's just it. To this topic, let's teach people, let's encourage them, let's tell people what they want to hear. Let's refresh their memory what these people have done, the government. We can refresh the memory of the government, the bad side. If we start to talk of the bad side of people and their government, and you can say this. Yes, this one, all of them, most people have bad side. But today we are not there because we want to use our PVC to make sure we change these things. Anybody that wants to come, let it come. That is how we are. Today, the movement is on the street. It's not Wiki that is moving on the street, it is Nigerians. So we are supporting Nigerians and we are behind Nigerians who are saying enough is enough. And by the time Nigerians are able to do this and really participate in this government, all these things we are talking about will be lessened. Security improved, education improved. Our name maybe will leave from number 2, war terrorist, and come back to number maybe 20, which will drop. That's what we are saying. It's not going to be easy. We need each other to do this. We don't need to start fighting people If you are saying this, what you say, look, we talk about Obasanjo. You are pointing. No, now you don't need to be pointing at everybody now. Point Obasanjo again now. We cannot do what Obasanjo do. But the same Obasanjo is holding Peter Obi and consulting that is ready to bring things in stone. And he know how he can talk to some people who are also ready, who are crying that this country must go forward. Are you going to say that man now a devil, now this, now that? No, we're not doing that now. Please. That's why sometimes I say some of us, although it's making the debate to be sweet too, but we should at least talk to sensitize people, give them energy, give them enough information that will encourage them to demand for what Nigeria, that what we bring, take Nigeria forward. So yes, I'll just leave you now, Judy. Thank you very much. We've lost him, Okocha King. He was here. I think he couldn't wait. Yes, we've lost him. That made it stop. Then we have CM. CM, please talk to us.
Where are we? Where, um, uh, am I? Okay. Hello. Good evening, leftist. What am I saying? Good evening, and all protocol duly observed. I think I had what was it? I want to just the 7-point agenda of P2B as presented by Kenneth Okonkwo. Yes, I've listened to it over and over. In fact, not just the 7-point agenda, but the entire interview where he enunciated all those 7-point agenda. The thing about what I always say is this: P2B is Nigeria's last chance. I know, going by popular opinion and then the rave of the moment, Obi is as good as elected, but given that Nigerians or the Nigerian society or our politicians, they are penchant, to always vote for darkness in favor of light. One cannot take everything at face value. You can't take things for granted. A lot more work still need to be done. This time, not really to convince people, so to speak, although that is necessary, but to what they call vigilance, to sort of counter whatever rigging tendencies they may throw up. As things are, now that the one in APC is back, people will be waiting to see how what his impact will make in the in the campaign. But as far as we know, as far as I'm aware, I feel that what P2B should concentrate now, or the obedience anyway, we should concentrate is educating the voter on how to vote, educating the voter on why, and then let them develop thick skin. A lot of things will be said, a lot of argument will be, concoctions will, lies will be concocted and pinned on Obi. A lot of things will still be coming up, all in an attempt to either to discourage people or to outrightly bully them into submission. But then that wouldn't happen. One, if I'm to speak on the positive aspect of the Obi presidency when it comes, because it will surely come, it is the fact that the situation Nigeria is now is a case of a country that is in total hopelessness. Because when you look at the way things are going, and then not just the cost of living in Nigeria, but the insecurity, and then the general, the mood of the people. People are really lost the will to live. But amidst all this, in the middle of all this hopelessness, one can only hope that Obi comes on board, and when he comes, from the 7-point agenda, it means that if he can implement, let's just say 50% of each successfully, if he manages, because I know it won't be easy, to implement 50% of each item on the agenda, I think I'll tell you that Nigeria is once more on the road to paradise. I say this because of the man who will be in charge. Obi as a person has got the power of personal example. That's why sometimes I wonder why Nigerians always like to vote for thieves. Here is a man telling you that this is me. I've been in an executive position before and this is what I did. You can go and verify it. He did not enrich himself. All these people running from them, imagine a governor till today, P2B is not a pensioner in Anambra State. He doesn't take any kobo from anybody from the state. Rather, he saved and gave them. What we really need now in terms of administration is somebody who will come. Yes, we know that oil might not be the real gold that it used to be, but the small change we get from oil, let us manage it effectively, manage it very well, and then stop all this stealing. I come across a briefing. I don't know. I think it's in the house, either the Senate or House of Reps, when the NNPC managing director, is it Mele Kyari, was speaking. But I did not listen to the entire interview, so somebody can maybe brief me later. But what he's trying to say is that they've discovered an illegal pipeline. Can you imagine? And all this because of Obi has been hammering on oil theft. Illegal pipeline. How can illegal pipeline be existing? Pipeline is not like something you see on the surface. It must have been buried on the floor, and somebody has been doing it for years. Probably a contract was awarded, maybe by people in the NNPC, to do that illegally. So it's like they are trying to make excuses why there's a dwindle in oil revenue, or to just to explain away why the oil theft is something maybe probably beyond them to control. So I feel that these are some of the things. People might find out that if Obi comes in, just by his body language, by his pronouncement, a lot of things will fall into place. Because all this illegal something, he can never allow it. Illegal, and he will disclose to Nigerians what is happening. I think that is also what we have to insist on. That whatever, so that way, the hope, he will sort of give people the hope that we need so that we can live for tomorrow. And again, issue of mismanagement of the resources, that should also be looked in. I mean, he have to,
Yeah,
of course,
see it. Please,
please,
we
yes.
have our first caller for today. Please just hold on. Tell us where you're calling from. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir.
Sorry.
You are who?
I'm Effie. Sorry, I'm calling from it.
Elvis Bobore from Italy. Okay, go ahead.
No, bros. Effie. Ubori. Dobore.
Okay, Effie. Sorry, bro. That verse.
Yeah. Tobori.
Okay, Effie Tobore. Okay. Go ahead, sir.
So, I just call bros. I'll be one of Nigeria, one of the best supporter. One of the best supporter. You understand?
Yes.
So, bros, the matter is we will not deceive ourselves. Because this platform, this evening, are not being entered. Anytime we Nigeria will be on live video, they rewind and go back to start for the beginning.
Yes.
So that I will know, you understand. I so interested in learn, you want to learn.
Yes.
So where the girl Mr. Judy,
yes,
they talk about Wiki, somebody challenge them. You understand?
yes.
I know some I don't pass there, but I want to tell you. I'm from Edo State. You know, Edo people know they carry last, and they know they fear. You want to give me, make I go. Now, I only want to die. See, Wiki, in my tab, say if people don't come and come talk, they are afraid. If they oppress them, now best way to say, man, you know, another dog get person. They don't come out. You say no, say man, people they fear. You don't see whether they do protest for Rivers State. Now, not see what happen. Now, you say we can go tell anybody for that say, man, make they not support our next coming president. Peter Obi. They not be talking. They not trying. They know if they trying. You understand? So the matter is saying, people are afraid of Wiki for that. In another person will be saying, man, get where they did. You understand? So may anybody not call it danger for this platform. You understand, bros? I too much thank you. And I see the way you say your part where they play for the platform, they feel you, bro. You understand? So
thank you very much, sir.
So now my contribution be that we cannot try. No, talk truth. But I know if I call they do road, they do road. People see, I know they believe on saying you can't do road, you do road finish. What about your people? How they take game? Are they doing well? Are they okay? No, not call the I made them not call it Steve because we don't everybody don't civilize.
All right, thank you
You
very much.
understand, bro?
All right.
So now the matter be that, bro. I just want to tell you. And again, they'll be everybody now, everything, bro. They will not deceive you now for this platform. OP don't take over everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere now will be, Maybe they not call it debate, people go do this. Everywhere now will be, maybe they not call it danger for you. May God bless you, bro.
Thank you very much. God bless you too. Thank you for your support. Thank you. God bless you also. It's a great support. That's the first caller from Italy, Efe Tobori. And he just said it's mine, and I go with him. Mr. Sien, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, just let me keep it brief. Actually, what I was about saying, I mean, the caller also touched on it. We know B is the phenomenon of the moment, and then we have to keep the pace going and remain focused. Actually, that's why I think I maybe observed sometime in the past with what the type of attack people throw and then the nonsense they do, you then tend to wonder, you ask yourself, what really do Nigerians want? I keep asking that question. Is it that they do not understand that Nigeria is in a mess and somebody, let me just say, God sent? Before some people will say it's a Messiah, but I believe will be God left to be alive for this moment. Somebody like him to emerge at this point in time with his type of personal example. What really Nigeria needs is if we can stop reckless spending and stop stealing, the money Nigeria is making is enough to make it great. If you can reform the seaport and make money from it, open the rest of the seaports in the south, Nigeria is good to go. Then you stop all this looting everywhere, and then reform it and put round pegs in a round hole. That's all we need. Then if like him being the president, he's ready to sacrifice because he's not interested in let me say bogus living. No, he cannot just be keeping fleets of jet in Aso Rock, say presidential. He won't do it. He may even prefer to be using a commercial airline whenever he want to travel out. All those things will be sold off. Use the money to pay pensioners and then maybe equip the schools or give it back to ASU or whoever is wherever he felt it will make the greatest impact on public for the public. So this is exactly the type of leader we have. I mean, we have to look forward to. All this idea of bringing an old brigade and then people that are stolen Nigeria dry, only for them to come in and then start to talk nonsense. It's a lie. But the thing is, I feel that now that people are realizing the impact he's going to make. I do anyway, but I feel every other person must have also realized it. Let us always put it before the people that this is Nigeria's last chance so that they will understand the enormity of the problem facing them and then how critical it is that Obi should be elected. Whatever it takes. Otherwise, that is Nigeria is gone for good. Because right now, the world nobody records with Nigeria anywhere in the world anymore. As far as I know, or from what I read, they felt that the country should not have even been existent up to this moment. That is the situation because things are so bad and there's no demand. The way things are now. Okay, look at the amount of money the country is owing, and they are still borrowing. How can you now budget you want to spend so amount of money when you don't have it? You don't do that. You don't budget that you are going to spend so amount of money only for you to think that you have to borrow it with interest and different conditions. So let me just leave it here and then somebody can just to remind us that while we are in this platform, whatever we are saying, we have to sort of synthesize it or narrow it or tilt it towards what we are trying to do here, to promote our own candidate, P2B, for the good of those people, for the good of impoverished Nigerians. Otherwise, I find it difficult to understand why people should have any other candidate, if not P2B. I thank you all.
Yes, thank you very much. That's exactly what we are trying to do. That's what we are talking about. And that's what the caller, F.A. Tubori, also spoke about. Whatever we are doing, we are trying to tailor it to the betterment of Nigeria, also educate our listeners. Yes, Pansat HD. I didn't know you've been following us today because I've not heard from you on the comment section and you didn't come to the panel, but you just spoke. Pansat HD, thank you for this super chat. This is exactly what I'm talking about. When you talk like this, it's loud. That is Pansat, the boy Pansat HD. Thank you for joining the super chat committee today. I would really appreciate you and we say God bless you from the pocket you take this token to support us from. Thank you very much. That is from the man Pastor HD. And apart from that, we're having a call from Mr. Omorio. Yes, talk to us. I don't need to ask you where you're calling from. What's your name? I already know your name. Mr. Omorio, please talk to us. Good evening, bro.
Happy weekend.
Same to you, bro.
I'm enjoying you people. I always be in this platform every day. Why I just called because I've called before every call. Because
Okay.
I'm calling from Italy.
Okay.
I just want to talk to the speaker that spoke against Kenneth Okonkwo. I believe that what my brother even called for AFA. So, do you know, there's one thing I want to let that man know. You know, a party is, if you join a party, before you join party, maybe you don't know their character. You will only be saying you will only be hearing what they are saying, but you have never get deep to their character. As soon as if you get to a place, you know, let me just put it in a parable that, or why you know, he said if you too stay dark or inside darkness, later you will come to see ground. So that's what that parable means. Do you know why I just go? I just want to let that man know that leaving a party and enter another party, you know, there are some things where we normally say at times, you know, he always bring a disgrace or rather a blackmail to a right person. You understand me?
Yes.
There's no need what to be saying that because the man that left will be saying, Kenneth Okonkwo say a very good thing of which we all can do the same thing. When you get to a place that you cannot go to their evil, you can leave. You can leave. That does not withstand you don't know what you want to do in the right way. Mr. Our principal have been in their party, but he know that he cannot cope to their way. That is why he leave. Because all those they are evil. They are bloodsucker, they are demon. So before you get to their place, you must only get there first to know their character, to know how they stand, to even know what they belong. There are many people who don't know what they, for when they get there, they see the way they belong, they can leave. So that's kind of call for you. The same thing with our principal will be. So there are many people that need good for the people. But before you start it, you must surely engage yourself in the party. First party you engage yourself, you know you cannot cope with them to your own ability. But you need to leave. That's what those people do. There's no need of giving them blame. Say nice, so they're nice. So no, that's not the way. We hearing you say that, it means that God not let we be an enemy of progress. You understand me? So that man came for a purpose and for a reason for us to carry forward the way we are doing it. I have already joined the movement. The movement, let us continue, let the movement continue burning. That's what we are after. We know that Obi will surely win. Coming 2023, that's our aim. And it must surely be that it must surely be the president of Nigeria that will start Nigeria to the way we want it to start in Jesus' name. Bros, I really thank you. I
Thank you very much.
for Omoye and all that. You know, Omoye is a very no. May God answer our heart desire. May God answer our heart desire.
Amen.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Thank you, man. Thank you. I greet everyone in the panel.
Thank you very much, Mr. Morgan. Thank you. Got you now. Thank you very much. Before Bella Naomi go collect the super chat we give us, say we don't return to Christian station. Only we will not be Muslim now. If Muslim they here making talk. Bella Naomi no verse. You see the man just still pray with he believe. I know so you give us super chat to be part of the committee. May you not go collect and back. That's why they beg you. Make you accept the prayer in Jesus' name. Yes. Amen. We just go straight to the next person after CM is Chibuzo RG. We still have Chibuzo here. Yes, I patiently waited. So Chibuzo, please talk to us.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening.
Good evening. Please increase your volume, your voice.
Good day, everybody. Good day, everybody. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you, but it's still not too loud enough.
Oh, okay. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, it's better now.
Okay. Yeah. I just quite agree on what Kenneth Okonkwo mentioned. You know, in this context, we need to educate Nigerians because I find out that 80% of Nigerians they are not civilized. 80% of Nigerians are not civilized. That civilization is they don't understand there is something they call sanity leadership, and the kind of tradition they find themselves in is giving them a lot of misunderstanding, and they don't understand there is something they call sanity leadership. They don't understand that 80% of people who are not aware what is really happening, you know, and they are not smart enough to understand. I don't blame them because when you look at the Nigerian society, you can see that what they call awareness are not with us because we don't have the way of communication. And that is why you see all these traditional parties, they are saying, no, we have structure because these structures are something that have went via radio to the last village man in Nigeria. So they understand that this is their structure. But they don't understand now. Those are the things they have used and weaponized all this their structure so that nobody will hear any other people. But now there is something they call revolution, which is P2B is bringing in the table. If you watch that manifesto this guy just mentioned, you can see this is a proper leadership. Any person who is smart enough, who understands what sanity leadership is just that 7 manifesto from A to Z. That anybody who know what leadership is all about will now change his or her mind. Tinubu, he's a smart man, but age is not by his side. The man is very old, very completely old. And his way of, addressing people is not fit. You can see that man is not even 70. That man is maybe 100 or 90 something years. It's not a small man anymore. That man is not fit to be a Nigerian leader for now. But anyway, he's forcing himself. But I don't understand. He cannot take the burdens, So P2B is fit. Atuku, I never see his own application. He's just jumping up and down. But anyway, he's trying, he's putting his muzzle, but I don't see that election favoring him because the presidency is coming from the north. And now the south make it clear to everybody. So I don't see the weight he have to win this election. So P2B have the character and the kind of quality leadership Nigeria need right now. Right now. If it's not like this is the only Messiah we can still have more people who are behind, but it's all about exposing themselves. So, but we have this chance for P2B to come out. If P2B can be able to succeed power, Nigeria will change, just like the other man said. Even though he can do 50% of those 7 things, Nigeria will change shape.
Please, hold on. We have a caller. Let's quickly just take this call. You continue after the caller. Yes, caller, please talk to us. Tell us your name and where you're calling us from. Oh, you just tested the call, the number. Okay, go ahead, please, sir. I think the call is from, this call should be from Spain, 34. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so if P2B can do that 50% of those 7 items that he wrote there, Nigeria will change shape. Nigeria will not be this Nigeria we are looking into, because this is a proper leadership. So those people, those 80% of Nigerians that is not smart enough, they are not aware, they are not educated in this kind of politics. This is where that education starts, so that they can understand that this man is coming there for good. He's not coming there like our traditional parties, 2 parties, coming there to come and favor themselves, favor their friends, being obedient, being useless at the same time, because we are talking about people who are obedient and useful. These are people who are obedient. They are obedient really, but they are useless. They don't have the capability to take Nigeria from A to Z. If Tinubu was a young man, he may do maybe 5%, but if the age is not in his side, and the second man behind him is that man, in short, is a write-off. But let's concentrate on P2B. P2B, if he can succeed Nigeria will change shape in a part of any part of the world. Nigeria will become great again. But these Nigerian people need to educate our voters very well, that if they miss this opportunity, it's going to be a little bit hard for us. We will get, but it will be very, very hard for us. Those people jumping for APC, those people jumping for PDP, they don't know what they are doing. They are just obedient and try to be useless, instead of them to be obedient, to be useful for themselves. So this man called P2B is going to be a very good leader. Nigeria have to take this opportunity and vote him in. Thank you.
Yes, thank you very much. You made mention of being obedient and useful. That thing entered my head. It is not just to be obedient, also to be very useful. So let's just take 2 minutes break and listen to the music to be obedient and useful.
Our great Nigeria better life, yeah, my people. For better roads, yeah, for better hospitals and health, yeah. Hey. For light today, for everything to work for us, for Nigeria. Yeah. No more hunger. Obi for better Nigeria. Obedient and useful. Obi, yeah. Obi, yeah. Obi, obedient and useful. Obi, yeah. Oh, yeah, Obi, get it, get it, get it. Hausa man, Yoruba man, Igbo man, Middle Belt, Niger Delta. Let us come together for better Nigeria. Get it, for better life, for better health, for better road. Get it, from consumption to production. Get it.
Yes, I just want all of us to be obedient and very useful. The last speaker just brought my memory, refreshed my memory to that very music, and will be very worthy if we are obedient and useful. I hope the music. I just hope it's not the music that brought me Madam Omoye's corner back, because she always loved this music and this dancing thing. Anytime she hear anything Obi music, she's here. I know how to catch her now. If I want her here, I play Obi's music or Wiki's music. Yes, let's go. So thank you, Chibuzo Adi, for that wonderful disposition. We'll be calling on Man of Prestige. Man of Prestige, please talk to us.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. Can you hear me?
We can all hear you.
All right. Thank you, everybody in the platform. It's nice to be on the platform again. I joined late, but I was able to get some information about what you're talking about. So I'm going to start with Wiki. I mean, I know it's not the topic. We're supposed to talk. No. I'm doing myself injustice. I'm going to start with Obi because that's my principle. So that's the main one. So I can remember what I'm going to talk about. I had initially I heard about Kenneth Okonkwo, what he said. This is what we call a spokesperson for a presidential candidate, not Keyama and the other one representing the PDP. Because when they come to the platform, all they have to do is to hear. I mean, this guy went point by point, enumerated what Obi stand for and what he's going to do. And the way he debunked everything from other parties is an example of what we call a spokesperson. I mean, you don't have to degenerate yourself or calling them or whatever. So I'm glad they have got what we call a top-notch spokesperson. I mean, if you put any three of them together, the PDP, APC, I mean, none of them will be able to talk because I know Kiyama is a lawyer and Kenneth Okonkwo was, I think he's a lawyer too before he ventured into acting or whatever. He is the best person I've ever seen ever. So every point he make, so he should be in front, representing, Obi Dati, because he's a well-spoken person. He doesn't read from book or whatever, so he know what he's talking about. So I'm glad. And the 7-point agenda that he just enumerated, is just perfect. I mean, I was listening to Tinubu earlier, he was trying to make some of the point that he's doing, but he didn't go in detail. If you look at Kenneth Okonkwo, when he was narrating about the 4-point agenda, it looked like he's, basically like, how you get simultaneous question, go from point A to point B, show how the plan is going to work. So that's what we expected. So I'm very glad for that. So everybody can read what he said. I don't have to go into detail about what he said. I believe people here are familiar with what he said. So that's what we need to take us to the next level. Hopefully, we can win the presidencies. I'm not going to speak much about that, but the word speaks for itself. So let me devote you Wiki. I know that's supposed to be a secondary topic. They're talking about what he did. I think the person that he did something was the former governor. If I know, what's his name again? Do you know? Lefties, the former governor that they recognize.
That is are you talking of Wiki?
Yeah, I'm talking about Wiki right now. I finished speaking about Rubia.
Okay, what's his name? Oda Buahi or so. The former governor that is being delisted away from their by the National Assembly.
Remember his name right now. I think it's Celeste.
Yes, Santi Buahi. I didn't put his name on my head.
Right. I remember him. I'm not familiar with him, but anyway, I remember the name. So it was done by Wiki and the Rivers State House Assembly. Okay. I mean, from the information, from the data I gathered, people were saying that Wiki doesn't know what he's not. I mean, relatively in Nigeria context, he's the second best performing governor from the data that I have. I think Okowa of Delta State is the best performing governor from as of today. That's the data. It's not what somebody. It's not he said or she said. Okowa is the best performing governor, followed by Wiki, the best performing governor. Even the whole revenue that Lagos State generate. I mean, I'm talking about almost about 268 billion. That's how much Lagos State generate, and he doesn't even perform well. On people are talking about Tinubu and other in that state. They don't perform well. They have the best revenue. The second person, the second state close to them is Rivers State with about 82 billion. How are you going to compare somebody generating 268 billion to the second person being about 40 billion to perform? So all these credit people are giving to Tinubu and Lagos State. I mean, look at the revenue they're generating. It's uncomparable. You can do little, and the little you do will supersede whatever anybody does. So all these things they're talking about, Tinubu does this, and the principle that he put there right now, doing whatever he's doing right now, So he's doing okay in terms of the revenue he's generating. So that in my own standard, they are performing below standard compared to the revenue generated. I give that to Wiki. He's the second. Wiki generates the second most revenue in Nigeria, but he's performing relatively okay in Nigerian standard. Okowa, Delta State, I think they rank like about number 3 in terms of revenue. So he's the best performing governor. So I give that to Wiki in that regard. But regardless of what they did to that money, there has to be a recognize the governor by just saying with the recognition of what happened. I understand Nigeria is corrupt. I mean, how can somebody be getting? I'm not really sure where the amount he was getting, 90-something million a year naira. I'm not sure if that's the monthly benefit. Maybe you correct me, lefties. Is that the monthly, or how can that be? Hello.
Yes. You said what?
Is that the monthly pension that he's getting, or yearly?
For Wiki,
Omahi. I'm talking about Wiki right now. When they recognize, the former governor. So that's my space I'm narrating right now. Is that the monthly?
Well,
go ahead.
I didn't really go into that their wahala because that's
okay.
wahala.
I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about that. I guess I'm talking about Wiki. Because we're talking about Wiki, what he did and everything. If that's a legitimate way to do something. No, it's not a legitimate. But Nigeria is so corrupt. Like, all of them make a lot of money. That could be true, because I was reading about Lagos State. Do you know that people like Tinubu, they are getting up to 100% of their salary since they have been out of office? That's most governors get. And look at how much Lagos State generates, for a person. This is where Tinubu is making all his money. He's keeping whatever he was making when he was governor, he was still making it, plus other things that he generated revenue. So that's why he's the second richest. I think he's the second richest politician, in Nigeria. That's what I read.
Please, we have one caller. Let's just take this caller. Hold on. Please. Hold on.
Go ahead.
Yes, caller, please. Talk to us. Where are you calling us from?
Hello?
And what's your name? Yes.
Yeah.
Talk to us.
Hello?
Hello, we can hear you.
My name is Aret. I'm calling from US. I'm so happy I just came up.
Aret.
Yeah, Aret. Yeah. I'm so happy I just came across you guys, and I want you guys to know Obi is not 100%. I am so happy because I just come across Obi last month because I already gave up my hope in Nigeria. So right now, what we should do, because the last time I was in Nigeria, I was working in the bank, I was the only one that votes. Now, everybody should go to the villages. Let's focus on the north, please. I know people say it will be my north. I don't want to think he's not going to win. I believe he will win. Let's be positive. And if it goes the other way around, that doesn't win, this one they are doing Biafra, Yoruba. I want my own state to have its own country, because if we can't even come together as one now, what's the guarantee that an Igbo man love another Igbo man? Or Yoruba man can vow for them? So I think it's something we can fix. Let's go to the villages. They used to give my people in the village bag of rice, recharge card for them to vote. Now we know what is going on. Let's focus on villages. Let's go and meet the people that used to vote them. Talk to them. Let them know this is what is going on. We can fix it. It's not a big deal. Most of us on this program now, we stays in abroad. People like us fix their country. So let's take religion aside. Let's go for the best. Oh, we cannot do everything. Let's start from somewhere. Even if it's, I'm not even giving him 50%, even if it's 30, even if it's 20, let him start from somewhere. Then when he's done, the next person, let's have that mindset. Whoever is coming to be the president, because you said you are capable. Nobody is forcing you. You volunteer that you want to be the leader. So people put you there. So you should go there and do your work. I think what we should focus on the remaining month, let's go to the main people that have been voting. Because the last time I voted for Buhari because I thought it was going to make a change. But when things were going bad, my people in the office came after me because they didn't vote. So now we are ready to we want to fix it. Let's go to the village. Let's go to people that need to vote. Because I see people are still supporting. Most of them are ignorance. Most of them don't even know what they are doing. Some know, some don't know. That teachers are working on. They know their tactics. They know their tricks. They know what to do. I think we know. You have people that can vote. Tell them, do the right thing. Let's do our part. Everybody wants to divide. Fine, you want to divide. You think I'm from Edo State, I'm from Auchi. You think I don't want my own state to have its own country? So the truth, we have to tell ourselves the truth. Let's sit down. If we want Nigeria to move forward, Obi is the only person that is capable. I respect Tinubu, I respect the other people, but let's start from somewhere. Go to the villages, go to people that have been voting.
All right.
A lot of people that are coming and are there.
Thank you. Going to the villages and do what we need to do. Somebody is calling me directly. It is just WhatsApp call, not direct call. WhatsApp call is disturbing the caller now. Please, caller, is just strictly on WhatsApp call. We don't take direct call. WhatsApp call is going to disturb our network. It just cut. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. We are still hearing you. Anyway, we got you at the first time.
Let's go to the north.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go to the north. Have people in the Kaduna, Zaria, Abuja. Let's focus on the north. Let's go to the villages. Let's educate them. I think we're wasting time. Obi can do everything.
All right.
We all want to fix Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Aret from US. Aret from US just told us Obi can do everything. We should also try to help him go to villages and the nook and crannies of the Nigeria. But Aret, I want to also let you know, maybe if you don't know, the Obi Dati movement, they are really doing best all they could to go to the villages. Like the North, Dati himself is always on BBC Hausa radio stations. You know, the northern people don't mostly use online. They always carry transistor radio. So because of that, Dati is always on BBC Hausa to talk to his people in the north. And I think this campaign just started. I know that, yes, I believe and I trust the team. They are going to do their best in going to villages, nook and crannies of Nigeria. Thank you very much for calling, and keep following us. Subscribe to Niger Watch. Hit the notification button. If you can also join the WhatsApp group. Thank you very much, Aaron. Thank you for calling.
Thank you, I will. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yes. The other caller should call this number on WhatsApp only. The number just like alternative number to call, WhatsApp only. We don't take direct call. So if you are not on WhatsApp, it means you may not be able to reach us. Thank you very much. So, sir, you can continue.
Yeah, thank you, lefties. I'm going to deviate from Wiki because he does not really concern us. Whatever he's doing, I've already finished speaking about him. So, because his point he's making over there is not relevant to us, I just want to rave on that. So I'm going to go back to Obi. The sister that just spoke from USA, she has spoken very well. And lefties, you took a word out of my mouth. That was the first point. That was the next point I was going to come across. About going towards the village and everything, because I have a cousin in Kaduna, he's well to do over there, so he has connection and everything. He has been giving me the information about what's going on over there. Exactly like you said, BBC Hausa. That's what people don't recognize. They're taking they're taking the vice president that for granted because they don't see him that much. He is playing a big role more than any of the vice presidents. That's what I had. He's include BBC, radio, and other means, wherever way, not just elite or the educated interns. I'm talking about those people that actually say that, not online and everything. This man is penetrating to them in any way that they can understand. He is doing his job, but we are not privy to what he's doing. Believe me, he's doing the job. I got the information from a reliable source. The only place they are not doing the job, like in the village, is in the southeast. I don't know. Maybe they are confident on that area, so they may do that. I don't have any information on what they are doing in the south in regard to going to the village. And maybe they are confident. Definitely south and southeast. I don't know about southwest, but Lagos is a different space. Everybody there is well enlightened, so they're not doing that, but they are doing grassroots campaigning, being championed by Dati. I mean, he knows the territory, so he's communicating in the kind of language they can understand. So let anybody not be so erratic saying they are not doing everything. They are doing something over there. I just want to pass that information. Okay, I got that from a reliable person from Kaduna. So thank you, lefties. Nice to be on this platform today. That's all I have to say.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We know that Obidati committee are doing excellently very well. Your suggestion is carried. Suggestion is carried, and
people don't realize
suggestion is carried. Suggestion is carried. They are doing very well. We always keep you posted. I know campaign just started this month. Last month, 28 was yes. So going to villages is not really going to be a problem. Because why did I say so? If you see the people marching on the street, they are going to do the campaigns for Obi and Dati. Nigerians are the ones doing the campaign. They don't really need much because Nigerians are the structures. If you know you go, you walk as you are a Labour Party man. As such, you are a structure. So the formation is going to go around. So I think they are doing well. So Felix, please talk to us before I go back to Omoye's corner. Felix.
I greet my people, all the panelists, all the viewers, all Nigerians at large. I just want to contribute a little to what two people said. One of the caller talking about Wiki and about going to the villages. I think that was Sister Harriet or so. Going to the villages. It's not a task we have to oppose to the Labour Party campaign team. We are the campaign teams. Just like me, about 3 days ago, because just as I said the other time, I can say a month or 2 months ago, I promise I'm going to provide 100 votes on that day. I called some of my people at home who have collected their PVC, so don't even know their polling unit. I try to educate them for them to confirm everything. Going to villages, we are the one that we send our people, most especially we that live in diaspora. I don't live in Nigeria, but I have family there. I make sure I lecture them what to do and how to do it. I was born in the system, I have been in the system. All the villages, I'm from Edo State, I'm from Benin, Oriomon to be precise. Pastor Sege Iyamu is from my town. I know him very well. He's a friend to my eldest brother. We will be the one to educate our people at home. If we don't have any people living in the villages, we have people living in the main city, whether north, south, east, or west, or middle belt, anywhere. We should try as much as possible to start educating our people and telling them how they are going to do it. If they have friends who live in the village, how they are going to entice them or to make them understand what they are going to do while going back to villages and others. I only have a friend who did not want to decamp because they already offer him a councillor ticket in APC. All those old system, he's afraid to decamp. Anyway, he's afraid to decamp. Maybe if he decamp now, the APC, we know how they operate. They might send 1 or 2 thugs to come and harass you at home or even assassinate you, just the way they did to my dad. That is one of the main issue. Then as for Wiki, just like the other caller said, that Wiki try to threaten other, he's a dengue man. Wiki is a man with all the Port Harcourt people, they fear, they respect. Wiki
please hold on. We have a caller. Let's take it.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, caller, please tell us your name and where you're calling us from. Okay, RK from Lagos. Please talk to us. Okay.
Because of nature. See people talking as if these people
We can't hear anything, or is it my fault?
So your hands must be on deck. Don't relent. Because I started conversing, telling people, educating them. I have been trying to do as little as I can to educate people of what is going on. But if we get it wrong this time around, all of us will suffer it. Understand? All these big politicians that have stolen our money, And they think because they have money, they can do anything they like and they go away with it. So we need to do something. Everybody must be on deck and encourage our people to collect their PVCs. Because we can, after all these things, if you don't have PVC, which means we are just, it is a effort in futility. So we need to advise our people, if anybody you can reach, when they have registered for their PVC, the collection of PVC have started. We need to encourage them to go and get their PVCs. And because I have heard some people to get theirs, so that by the grace of God, will not be demoralized, because we'll be hearing a lot of hate speeches. If you go to Facebook, if you go, you'll be wondering. Understand? Students are at home for more than 30 months. What is really going on in this? At times I wait for this nation. And all these politicians that have put us in this mess, people will still be canvassing for them, supporting them because of one thing or the other, because of tribalism or sentiments. This is not time of being sentimental or die. Let us work. I started doing my own as a grassroots mobilizer. I started mobilizing people, and by the grace of God, God being on our side, I knew that this time they tried to do what they could, but I know that God will send them. I believe God will do our collective effort, and by the grace of God, victory ours in Jesus. So that is my own contribution.
All right, thank you, Aki from Lagos. Thank you very much. Sylvia Ikechi is trying to call me. I don't know, from Lagos directly. Please, we don't take direct call. I see your call. I saw your call, Sylvia Ikechi. That's the name I'm seeing here. I don't know if that's your real name. The calls we accept as is WhatsApp call. That's if you want to call directly, you could also call. I can give you the number. You can call directly. That's you can call this number directly. This is the official WhatsApp number. You can call it directly now. It will be responded to. But after now, you may not be able to reach us on the studio. As we are here now, you can call this one directly. This one is the official WhatsApp number. So, Oga Felix, quickly talk to us. Try to round up, be fast, so that we can go around and round up.
No problem. Thank you for the opportunity. What I was trying to say about Wiki, because I happen to be a friend of, I don't want to mention name, a minister here in Port Harcourt. He's a very good friend of mine. We talk almost every day. Obedient have always don't already cover the whole Port Harcourt. Always say we cannot fit the camp based on say na stakeholder for the party. You know, get they want to do one. There was a video I saw about a PDP man saying that Wiki invited some people that he sent them message to him that he should not campaign for Atiku, or he will get problem with him. He's going to deal with him. Wiki is a fearless man who say things the way it is, but he don't want to reveal so many secrets because he still respect his whole party as one of the father of the party. We cannot go area. You know, people wait, just like a friend of mine, because I'm a type that always laugh. He say, people that always laugh, you fear them. Obedient movement, obedient family, they know what to do when they get there. Just like what one sister said before, that we should also campaign for maybe councillorship, senator, House of Rep, and others for Labour Party. We have to start from somewhere. Once we get the head, the tail and the leg, no be problem again. After all, they are not going to do election the same day, the same month, the same time. We know what to do when we get there. My last word, sorry, just for 10 seconds. My last word to all Nigerians, home and abroad, we should please to get this right now, because this is the last opportunity God is giving to us for us to take back our country.
Right.
That's just all I have to say for now. As for Tinubu, we should not forget about Tinubu. Tetula already sang a song for him. Tinubu, you don't eat my car. Oh, better.
All right.
We
Thank
don't
you very much,
get
Felix.
tired. Agree the house.
Thank you very much, because this platform, they make us they discover our talent. Many of us don't turn musician yet, so don't turn pastor like me. I don't turn pastor. I don't even do song for year. Okay, sorry, I don't talk again. Not be you I be the talk to. But we dey discover talent every day for here. Israel Sabota go use Beni sing, he go use English sing. We are discovering. We will continue to discover all in the name of obedience. Thank you very much. What I want to do now is to start from the top again to 2 minutes, because I can see from my list all of us here have spoken. Apart from just for you that have spoken twice, because he wanted to quickly correct issues. But never mind. We're going to start the way we came. Just to 2 minutes, because we need to round up. So before we do that, maybe I should quickly just allow Wiki to entertain us
Whoever
a
you
little.
are, same. That should be shame unto you. All power belongs to Jesus. That should be shame unto you. All power belongs to Jesus. That's in a gangaru, oh, sits your man. All power belongs to Jesus. That should be shame unto you. Eyes. All power belongs to Jesus. Onye na-enye m ọ bụrụ onye m onye anyị ga-enye onye na-enye anyị onye na-enye anyị bụ onye anyị ga-enye onye na-enye anyị onye na-enye anyị bụ onye wika na-enye anyị onye na-enye anyị bụ onye ikpeazụ na-enye anyị onye na-enye anyị bụ onye na-enye anyị onye na-enye anyị bụ onye ga-enye.
Yes, thank you very much. We are back. I want to thank everybody for your support. We'll just be going around again, 2 minutes for us before we call it a day for today. Nice having all of you. Before I do that, I want to quickly acknowledge Iwanigbe Ferdinand for your wonderful support. I have not forgotten. If you think I forget you, that lie. Super chat committee, we deal with you. So Iwanigbe Ferdinand, thank you very much for this your super chat. God will bless you and continue to replenish your pockets really good. And before I go again, Bella Naomi also did another one. Bella Naomi, thank you. This is another one from Bella Naomi. They don't start to, they don't make I go. I did talk so, but I go. Thank you, Bella Naomi. So we're just going to start from, we don't have a junior kid here. Amara God we know, you could know. Desmond has left. Who do we have here now? Machiavelli, no. Manarita, no. Who do we have? Kashido. Okay, just for you. 2 minutes. Just for you. Talk to us. 2 minutes. Okay. If you are not ready, I saw Alice. Alice, no. Alice is gone again. No more here. Alice Dagobelo. Omo, yes, Corners. Yes, I saw her. Omo, yes, Corner, please talk to us. 2 minutes.
Hi, Mr. Leftist. Thank you very much. I just came back to actually remind us that Agbado is not really the one that is contesting. I think we miss sight of that when we talk sometimes. It is not Agbado that is going to be the leader when he gets in. They have a plan and they already know what they're going to execute. You know, there are allegedly actually videos of the second man, Shetima, telling you what his plans are. This is somebody that we know is responsible for the current Boko Haramists. Okay, we need to put that in the front burner and let people know, because Agbado, his speech is slurred When the man talks, his words are not clear. Let's remember that, please, because as Nigerians, we need to bring everything to the forefront so we can make educated decisions. We can't afford to miss it this time, please. So please, vote Peter the Rock Obi. That is the only option. I'm not even trying to say, oh, vote your conscience. No, I don't trust your conscience. I'm sorry. We've been doing it wrong for a long time. So please, vote for your freedom. Vote Obi Dati. That's the only party that is viable. Those are the only people that will bring common sense into the country. Do you want to lose your nation? Do you want to lose your ancestral home? People will never know, they never dey inside fight, they don't know as fight they be. This thing be like play. We need to take it seriously. The time is ticking, and it is now. We better make the decision right now, make the right decision, or we will suffer for generations to come. I yield.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Make the right decision. It is now or never. Mr. Kel, talk to us. 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm back again. I hope network will allow me now. Thank you for the second time you're giving me. Omoye has just said they has revealed the secret. These people this cabal, they have planned what they want to do. They have planted Shetima to take over from Buhari. And that is what we must resist. I am beginning to think that what Wiki is doing now, he will end up becoming the hero of this current dispensation. From what he did yesterday, I will tell Atiku to forget about this election. For Wiki to delist Omehia, select Omehia from former governor because he was supporting Atiku, tells me that everything that has to do with Atiku and Wiki is gone. So Atiku should forget about the southeast, should forget about the south. And then he's not going to southwest. The northern votes, the northern Fulani votes cannot make him the president of Nigeria. So come back to what Obi is doing. Obi has won this election when he came to diaspora campaigning, since telling the diaspora, selling his manifesto and his plans, his ideas to people in diaspora. I want to believe that he has studied what happened in Edo last election. Obaseki won the election in Edo in diaspora. Now, when you look at it, people in diaspora, Nigerians in diaspora now are now interested in the election, unlike before. Nobody cares what happened because we don't vote. Nobody cares, okay, who is contesting. We only talk about it, but we don't influence our people. But right now, diasporans have bought into this idea and they are telling their people down home what to do. And I don't want to believe again that there are people in the rural areas. Because those people in the rural areas, those papa and mama and uncle in the rural areas,
your 2 minutes is over. Please round up.
Okay. So those people in the rural area, they have people in the city, their sons and daughters in the city. And what this government has united everybody, every family are together, everybody is speaking one voice. So papa and mama in the village are hearing the voice of their sons and daughters in the city on what to do. So this election, I want to believe that once we do what we ought to, what we're supposed to do, just as we're doing it
Please
now.
round up. Your 2 minutes is over.
That day of election, by evening, election, the result will be clear that these two cabals, these two old cargos, they have lost out. That's my submission now. Lefties. God bless you.
All right. Thank you very much. I think the next person now is Judy. Judy, please talk to us. utilize your 2 minutes. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Leftist. Thank you, everybody. Yes, what I said earlier, I think people misunderstood me. I was only sounding a kind of note of warning onto us so that we would not, if all we are fighting now to see a better Nigeria, because of the way they corrupt people in Nigeria, the corrupt and wicked people in Nigeria, politicians in Nigeria, in collaboration with the contractors that they use in perpetrating this evil, which most of the time we even forget that they are not alone in this wickedness. They have all the both federal state contractors that work with them and local, that they use in stealing this money in most of the time. I was wondering if we can continue to allow these same people unfiltered without just because they said they have repented or they just came back for to from the party they are and jump over to Labour Party and begin to sing kumbaya and praises in Labour Party, and we just take that for granted. I will not be weary of them and be scrutinizing them while we allow them. Well, nobody's saying they should drive them away. I never advocated or said anything remotely close to that. But all I was saying is that we should be careful with them. If we cannot be careful with them and allow them to, say whatever they want and do whatever they want, well, it's up to us. At the end of the day, I pray we don't end up going to square one. It's the same way that the same way people in Buhari has been forgiving the program they have in Nigeria that forgive Boko Haram. Just say that you are repented, and they will enlist you and put you into Nigerian army and everything. That is exactly the same way that is happening in Labour Party now with all the party. Sorry to say, but that is the same thing. Well, Nigeria, I hope we shine our eyes so that we will not be running from jumping from frying pan into fire, and the same old system will now carry it over to the new system. And if anybody thinks that this party that people that we are up against, PDP and APC, if anybody thinks that they will not do everything to infiltrate Labour Party, planting people there, I'm not
round up. Your 2 minutes is
saying
over.
anything, but I'm just sounding this note of warning. If anybody thinks they're not going to infiltrate, to do everything, to start, eating us from the inside, well, it's up to us. I yield the floor.
All right. Thank you very much. We'll go straight to CM. CM, please talk to us. 2 minutes.
What I have to say here is this: I do not see any magic or any miracle that cannot make P2B the president come next year. However, and it's a big however, we must not take things for granted. Like somebody remarked earlier, the whole of southeast, south is now under lock and key of the Labour Party, even southwest. So this idea that somebody from the north like Atiku will be banking on votes from the southeast and south, and even some people. Anyway, well, what I feel in all these things is that people are out to make money. Atiku knows this is his last campaign, so he's doling out billions. The same thing with the Agbadoman. So people are just out to collect money from them. But the real politicking and the real victory will swing the Labour Party way. But we have to work for it. That's what we have to. What I have to appeal. And the another thing is that let me also remind our people that P2B is Nigeria's last chance. The world are watching for Bloomberg to be interested in doing opinion poll. They've had an interest. They are waiting for Nigeria to get it right, or the world will now help us to sort of do the right thing, which is what most people may not like, but we can't avoid it. So it is either that they behave and allow the people, they allow P2B to get in, and they organize things for the good of everybody. Or if they want to do the usual rigging, then Nigeria is gone for good. Thank you.
Thank you, CM. Chibuzo Adi, 2 minutes.
Yeah. Thank you once again. You know, I just want to make a remark. I don't know if this platform will share the same idea with me. You know, I go back to the previous speech I made. I said that can hello.
Go ahead, we can hear you, sir.
Oh, okay. Can we use this opportunity and campaign for P2B by using our signboard, writing in our signboard, be obedient and useful. Be useful. Don't be obedient and be useless. You know, use it as a kind of message, sending to the both rural areas, anywhere, a pamphlet. You know, we use that platform just to, you know, create pamphlets, share to people, and they will get to the headline and said, "Oh, be obedient to be useful. Don't be obedient to be useless." You know, I don't know. It's just a remark I just made. I don't know if people would be interested or share the same idea with me for campaign. Thank you.
Yes, a lot of people are doing that. A lot of people have done T-shirts, some apron for market women on their own.
Yeah, that what I'm saying is that written that message: be obedient, be useful, and don't be
It
obedient to
doesn't
be.
really matter the message, in as far as all the messages they are printing or their whatever. It all boils down to Labour Party. It must not be a particular word. Everybody has his own idea on way of campaigning. But it's okay for those that would want to buy into that idea. It's okay. But I think the most important thing is having Peter Obi as the only candidate. Whatever way you want to support, if you are printing T-shirt for people, be obedient, or Labour Party, whatever way, in as far as you are sending the right message. Thank you very much. Thank you. Let's go straight to next. Just for you. Just for you. Please talk to us. Just for you. You are next. Okay. Felix, talk to us. 2 minutes.
I greet you, my people. I don't have a lot to say in respect of the election day. Me already, I don't own my side. At least I have already like 3 or 4 people. They are vigilante in Benin who are going to be there to monitor everything going on above all in my local government where I came from. I'm from Orion. Only that I don't want to mention my surname because many people, my father is a well-known in my local government. Well, all we have to do is just to put our head together, put all our best, try all our possible best to make sure that this 2023 election, say we not miss them. Anyhow way they need them, we did it. We don't suffer a lot enough. At least, if not be bad government, I know me personally, I don't think maybe I will be in diaspora. Maybe me coming to diaspora, it might be a visit or coming to school and go back home. After my dad was assassinated, that was what made me to leave the country. I know a lot of risk. I passed through the desert. I spent 3 days on top of the Mediterranean Sea. Is that not enough? Is that a suicide mission already? Because of bad leadership. Now we have a good leader. Even though in my last blow, I go put on to make sure say he come in. That's just all I have to say. Anyhow, way PDP, APC, or the Boko Tipo, or the stupid like say they want do one, we did ready for them. After they don't the chaos they come since now. What do you want to fear for? I always make that parable to many people. I don't see 99, 100 on they treat me again. Anyhow, they need down with day. Now, the only thing I get to talk be that.
All right, thank you very
Yeah.
much. Just for you, if just for you it's not ready, I want to thank everybody, all our viewers that started with us and are still here till now. We want to say thank you to you all. We want to say thank you to the people on the comment section. Everybody that have commented on the comment section, we want to say thank you. We appreciate you. We are proud of you guys. I want to say thank you to those that called in. Their contribution were also well carried and recognized. Efe Tobori called in from Italy. Thank you, Efe Tobori. That was a very nice contribution. Mr. Amorode also called in from Italy. Thank you, Mr. Amorode. That was a very nice contribution. Aret, that should have been her first time of calling into the program, called in from US. Yes, we want to say thank you for your contribution. Please continue to follow us. And finally, IK from Lagos called it. We want to say, IK, thank you very much for your contribution and support. I want to thank the people also that did super chat, the super chat committee, very special people. Yes, these are very special people. Desmond, what the started the super chat for today. Desmond, thank you, followed by Steven Chukwuka. Thank you, Steven. Dosakai also did super chat. Thank you. Pansat HD did super chat. Thank you. Bella Naomi did super chat twice. Thank you. Iwadegbe Ferdinand did super chat. Thank you, Awadegbe Ferdinand. Then, we got super chat from Chidi. Dubeke. Yes. I must not forget that. Chidi. He also super chatted us. Thank you for your support. And for those that were able to make it down to the panel section today, we really, really say thank you. We appreciate your contributions. Engineer Ken was the very first person that was here, followed by Amara Godwin, though he didn't speak, he left. Then Mr. Andrew Yukro came, he didn't speak also. Desmond, one DK that also super chatted us, he was in the comment section and he was on the panel. He spoke. Machiavelli came. Thank you, Mr. Machiavelli. Madarita came. Thank you, Madarita. Kashi came and left. She did speak. Just for you spoke. Yes, Alex came several times, but never had the opportunity to speak against one network. Omoyes Corner came. She spoke. Mr. Kell, yes, thank you. Judy, thank you. Okocha came and you didn't speak. Thank you for coming. You CMU came, yes, he spoke. Chubuzoadi spoke. Then we have a man of prestige. Yes, you came, you spoke. Then finally, we had Felix that just spoke last. We want to say thank you very much. We are here 24 hours of the day, Monday to Monday. Tomorrow, Saturday, we're going to be broadcasting. Join us tomorrow as we broadcast. I'll be coming on again on Sunday by 6 o'clock Nigeria time. Please join me as we discuss issues affecting us and Nigeria and the world at large. So we say good evening, good night, and good morning, depending on wherever you are. On this note, we are signing out. Thank you very much.
possible. Our great Nigeria is very possible. And useful. Obedient and useful. Our great Nigeria is possible. Our great Nigeria is very possible. For better infrastructure, for better life, yeah, my people. For better roads, yeah, for better hospitals and health, yeah. Hey. For lights today, for everything to work for us, for Nigeria. Yeah. No more hunger. Obi for better Nigeria. Obedient and useful. Obi, yeah. Obi, yeah. Obedient and useful. Obi, yeah. Oh, yeah, Obi, get it. Hausa man, Yoruba man, Igbo man, Middle Belt, Niger Delta. Let us come together for better Nigeria. For better life, for better health, for better road. From consumption to production.
Program is ended.